Hello everybody and welcome to another installment of the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series right here on P2 London. We're here live at the old classic Daytona Beach. That's right, we're here at the old Daytona Beach itself in Florida, just miles away from the Daytona International Speedway. Really excited to do this race again, I can't wait. For the running of the Miami Dolphins 500 presented by Faco Thomas, aka Alan Smith. So it's going to be very exciting. Last year we raced here only 10 laps because I thought that we're going to have two caution laps for road courses, but apparently there wasn't. So I've decided to more than double the length of the race to 25 laps. That'll be a much more fair advantage for a lot of these drivers. And expect a lot of wrecks to happen here and a lot of pack racing. You never know. Anyway, let's begin. On the pole today, the 17 of Mason Wood. On the outside, the 07 Rod Houston. Starting third, the 13 Seth Cole, and fourth is the 99 of Faco. Starting fifth is the 11 of Trevor Harvey, and sixth is the 48 Aaron Williams. Starting seventh is the 7 Bill Flickinger, and eighth is the 44 of Emma White. Ninth, the 26 of Luke Walker, and rounding out the top 10, the 51 Jacob Lawler. And now, Jacob Lawler was our last winner, our second doubleheader race winner at Eldora. The other one, Joey Murphy, is starting 25th today, and the host driver, Alan Smith, is going to start 21st. Zach Flickinger rounds the field in 42nd. Now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And expect the start to be, you know, a little bit packy. You'll know what I'm talking about when we get our engine, when the engines are fired up. Here we go. 25 laps, and something's wrong. Oh, I thought I saw something just flip over. I don't know. I thought I saw someone flip over. Here we go. The green will be out. And the green flag is out. We're underway at Daytona Beach. Or so we've thought. Yeah, you may think it looks a little slow, but believe it or not, the green is already out. You see the green flag, it's already out. They're not actually really going slow, it's just the game's lag, and I do apologize. They are going at their proper speed. Well, yeah, so you see 178, they're trying to be a little safe, not go around 200 miles per hour at a track like this, because, you know, big wrecks occur. Oh, here comes the first turn. You gotta be careful with that turn, and already we see some drivers spinning. Aaron Williams, there's Rod Houston trying to pull away. Three-wide battle for the lead. Not many drivers survived. Was there a caution? I couldn't tell if there was a caution. Yet there is a caution. Aaron Williams has just zoomed by to take the lead. Williams Carroll Racing actually won last year's race at here at Daytona Beach with the form of Monica Carroll. Great start for the 48 team. Can they take advantage of it? Here's the huge sand. Like, there's a big straightaway. It's really huge. So a lot of passing can happen here if you have the right draft. Here comes the next and final turn. And here they come to the stripe, and Aaron Williams will lead us to the caution flag, as not many drivers made it out. There you see them slowing down a little bit as the caution as lights are out. And the caution came out because of a big wreck in turn 1. And that is, I think, turn 1, from what I can see. And it could be very slippery for a lot of these drivers if they're not careful. So here it is. There you see Aaron Williams, Seth Cole, and Pichu get 3 wide on a track like this. Pichu got way too high. A little bit, and there you see Trevor Harvey clipping the 13 of Cole, and Emma White and Bill Flickinger just have nowhere to go. They bump each other, and then Seth Cole almost falls down into the pit, and there you see some other drivers spinning. A lot of drivers get loose. A lot of pileup, big pileup back there. Wow, not a good way to start off Daytona Beach, but like I said, it can get tricky. There you see Pichu stuck in the sand. Wow. There you see others trying to avoid all the carnage that takes place back there. Wow. So rather great start here in at Daytona Beach, as we'll see who has retired from this race. And no one has retired yet so far, but Seth Cole is in 42nd and still in pit road, so we don't know if Cole's gonna make it out. And they're not, and none of these drivers are taking chances. They're going to pit right now. They're gonna take a pit stop right now. I think it's a little too early for me. It's a little bit too early for them to go pit stops, but they gotta do what they gotta do. And I guess they wanted to be safe and switch to those sand tires, because regular tires don't work at a track like this. Now you see them all drivers switching to sand tires. And who's out first? And oh wow, Rod Houston, I think either it's, oh no, Ryan Richards and Aaron Williams, Jake Williams, and they've spun out. Can you believe it? There's Rohit Vedarvu spinning. Wow. I have never seen anything like this. You gotta believe, I can't believe this. Ryan Richards was getting out of pit road, and then Aaron Williams blocks his path, and Williams gets clipped. Right here. Jake Williams in the 20, unrelated to Aaron Williams, he clips him too. Okay, I don't know what was going on back there. There's Leia Walker desperately trying to avoid all this carnage, but Rohit Vedarvu wasn't so lucky. Gets a piece of Mason Wood. And I think they're going to put Rod Houston to lead. I could not tell who won that battle off pit road. It was between Rod Houston, Aaron Williams, and Nicole Williams. I think it was Rod Houston by inches. It might have been Rod Houston, and even if it was Aaron Williams, he probably would have been sent back because unfortunately he had suffered damage. So I don't know who the leader is under the caution, and the field is going to be entirely mixed up. And Rod Houston, yep, they're putting Rod Houston as the leader, so he was the first one out of pit road. Wow, I've never seen a pit road battle so intense. So intense. Yet for some reason, Aaron Williams still in the top 5, even with the damage, so I don't think the damage affected him at all. Pichu has just retired from this race. We have our first retiree of the race. John McNamara having problems. He must have been in commotion pit road, so yeah, tough break for him. And for some reason, this course takes 5 green caution flag laps instead of 2, and unlike a regular road course. So I never understood why, but well, that's how they set it up, and I can't do anything about it. Jake Williams has just retired. The damage added up to him. John McNamara is down 1 lap, so I'm not sure if they're going to put him on the bottom of Rod Houston. So I guess we can finally determine that Rod Houston was the driver that came out pit road first, and despite the spin, Aaron Williams still in second, though I'm not sure how that'll factor in terms of battling for the lead. Nicole Williams is third, Ryan Richards stays fourth, Mason Wood stays fifth, Leia Walker sixth, Rohit Vedarvu seventh, Joey Murphy 8th, Bill Flickinger 9th, and Justin Williams in 10th. We have 3 of 4 Williamses in the top 10, and only Jake Williams has retired in 40th. Just wanted to point that out. So a bunch of Williamses, a pair of 2 Williamses, as only Aaron and Justin are related to each other, and Jake and Nicole are in this battle. And I'm not sure we're going to get back under green exactly in lap 6. We might take a little bit more. And I think we're going to be a little longer because there's a little bit of unsafe conditions back here. They're going to take one more caution lap just to be safe so that every debris is cleared off from that pit road commotion we had before in the race. So, yeah, that was pretty weird. There you see McNamara will go down the bottom on this restart, so he's expected to be a big factor in terms of the lead with Rod Houston. The question is, will Houston use the 18 to his advantage, or will the 18 mess up his chance on winning? Only one way to find out is we're going to go back under green here at Daytona Beach. And the green flag is out again at Daytona Beach. And right off the bat, Nicole Williams is taking chances. Nicole Williams wants to take a chance. She wants to make a move on McNamara. So does Ryan Richards. They're 3 wide of the first straightaway. Remember the first caution where those all throw, where Seth Cole got 3 wide and chaos endured? Well, it might happen again because look at this. 3 wide pack. Oh, they've got to be very, very careful. Here comes the first turn. Here it comes. The moment of truth. The first turn. Can they make it out? Here they go. Oh, wow. I'm surprised they made it. I am surprised they made it. Really shocked that they made it. Wow. There you see the other drivers in the back. Oh, we already have a caution? And I guess it was for them. Not much challenge so far for Rod Houston. Houston's pulling away to an easy, comfortable lead. But here comes Aaron Williams. He's going to try everything he can to put a hard charge against the 07. I think we may reach to a point where pit strategy might be the winner of this race. Here they come towards the final stretch of turn. Williams is going to inch a little closer, but not close enough. And here's Rod Houston leading us to this caution flag. And Rod Houston leads to the caution. Wow, it's a dangerous place to put a pace car, by the way. And by the way, I didn't notice, but Leia Walker just got second. Just didn't notice. And what happened to Alan Smith back there? He was the host driver, and I guess caution came out for debris or something. I have no clue. The caution came out before all this happened. So where was the caution? They just passed the line and the caution just came out. Barely some drivers got through and the caution came out. They barely got through the first turn. Oh, now I know why. Little greedy these guys are. Moving up to the wall. Couldn't avoid it. That's why the caution came out on the first line. And here's what happened to the second caution. This is pretty weird. Mary Cole gets stuck up on the dirt, up on the wall, and clips them. Emma White, Dylan Young, Scott Ferguson, Alan Smith, Gene Sanford, Kenny Bale, and Seth Cole all got into each other in the wall. I don't know what that was about. I guess they were angry at each other because they caused the wrecks in the first caution. And wow, an epic fail for those drivers. Hate to say it, but that's an epic fail, but that's the reason why we're under caution again. Weird. Very weird, unusual, and it's likely we're going to have another one of these. And I thought we were going to be green for a while because all the drivers made it through the first turn, but I guess that's probably the reason. That's probably how they made it through the first turn in the first place. There wasn't a lot of cars to deal with. And Seth Cole, his day has gone from bad to worse, and he has dropped to 39th. He was involved in 2 cautions today. Tough day for him, but he'll have to get over it soon. And somewhat Ryan Rich and Rod Houston just made pit stops, and I guess they had a pit stop. I guess they made pit stops in the middle. A little early, but they once again made pit stops. And your new leader is now Nicole Williams. I guess Rod Houston and Leia Walker, no, those three, they decided they had a little trouble with the pits, and they had a pit. So I guess for whatever reason they had a pit, and that gives the lead up to Nicole Williams. Nicole Williams, your new leader, and it's going to take a while until we get back under green. They want to be a little safe here because this track can be a dangerous track if not driven carefully. Yet it does make it through PCS standards, somewhat. Anyway, your top 10 now is Nicole Williams, then Ryan Richards, Mason Wood, Zach Flickinger, George Rourke. That's the top 5. Jake Smith, Jacob Lawler, Justin Williams, Diego Espina, and Stephen Paul III, the top 10. We haven't even reached the bottom of the barrel yet, as we're about to go. We might go green on lap 13 with 13 laps to go. Still plenty of laps for any of these drivers to make a move. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of drivers trying to go 3-4 wide on the start of the race just for the lead, so that they could lead an advantage over into the next caution if there is another caution. And are we going green next period? Yes, we are, as John McNamara is on the bottom again. And he really affected a lot of these guys' drafts, so I expect that the 18 will be a big factor in deciding our leader. It could be a little tough for Ryan Richards, but if Ryan Richards does make the pass for the lead, it'll mark a huge comeback for him after causing Aaron Williams to spin during the first set of pit stops. That would be a huge comeback for Ryan Richards if he does do it. But he's got a tough Nicole Williams to do, and road courses are not known for passes. So you got to make every pass count. Every pass needs to count. Here we go, folks. 13 to go at Daytona Beach. Green flag is out again. And we'll keep and look at this right off the bat. There you see the 6 going for the second spot. Would this be an advantage for Nicole Williams? There you see an onboard camera of Ryan Richards. And onboard John McNamara as Richards just zooms by McNamara. He's going to try it at his best, as there you see Zach Flickinger making a huge boost up to the one machine. Here come the first turn. Here it comes. So we're going to keep an eye on that first turn. And here we go. Let's make it or break it at this turn. They made it. They did. They did. They made it. Wow. Wow. They've been clean throughout, but I wouldn't say they're clean. No caution yet, so finally a clean spot. The bad news is that Seth Cole is slow off the pace on the very first turn. Could he be a threat to the leaders? He's jumping around. They might have to pull a caution for that. I don't know what Seth Cole is doing at a track like this. In the dirt, they have to pull a caution. They might have to pull a caution. And wow, the tables have turned, and they were so quick. The leaders change up so quickly you barely notice. Diego Espina and Jake Smith all of a sudden are now battling for the lead. I don't know how that was even possible. I thought Nicole Williams was the leader. Well, let's see what happened with Nicole. We were focused on Seth Cole. We didn't even see the other drivers make their moves. I think... Oh, wow. And how did the other drivers get a boost up in front? I have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to pit road. They're pitting under green. Wow. They were pitting under green. I don't believe it, but they were pitting under green. I don't know why they didn't take pit stops during the caution flag, but big mistake for them. But they'll hopefully come back soon. It's now down to these two between Diego Espina and Jake Smith. And who led that lap, by the way? It was a close battle between these two. It was Diego Espina that led that lap. John McNamara is a lap down. Let's have an update with Seth Cole. He just made it to pit road. I'm surprised that wow. I'm very surprised that no one caught up to him yet. I'm really surprised. 12 to go here at Daytona Beach. This is already as much fun. This is much more funner than last season's Daytona Beach race. Even with all the mess that's brought up with this race, it's still fun. Seth Cole trying to make it to pit road as these drivers are making it through turn 1. And no problems there for them as Seth Cole makes it to pit road finally. So no caution should come out. Oh boy, they're off the pace. They're right on the wall. Oh, and just Scott Ferguson just hit the wall there. Got loose there. Wow, they're going to be a mix of lap cars, and it's going to be a chaotic race when they hit the stripe. I'm not sure if these are going to consider pitting. They look like they're going to pit. And Ospina will pit. McNamara's pitting. Jake Smith's pitting under green. And Pollard's pitting. Harvey's pitting. But not John Radican. John Radican's staying out for a little while. Trying to get the lead all to himself. But the question is, will that work at the end? There you see the start-finish line. And do we have a caution flag when we hit the stripe with 11 to go? No, we do not. We're still green. We stay green. Surprisingly, surprisingly, it's still a green flag run, and I was quite shocked. I'm quite shocked with the green flag run, to be honest with you. I really expected this to be a wreck fest, but apparently we had a couple of green flag run. We had this green flag run, and this could be a factor in the race. And Derek Noel is smoking on the track. No, that's not Derek Noel. I mean, that's George Rourke. Derek Noel was the old driver in the first 10 races of the 88, then replaced by George Rourke. But George Rourke is smoking. I don't know what just happened with George Rourke. We just saw him out of the pits. Last time we saw him, he was in pit road, and I don't know what happened with George Rourke. I think an engine must have blown. And he's suffering the same fate as Seth Cole, but tracks were just trying to pass him. Thankfully, there's some sand you can pass to. And here's what happened. He took the last turn way too hard, and he smokes. Yeah, he took the last turn too hard and couldn't control the turn. Could not control the turn, and he suffered a really unfortunate fate. And I don't want to skip over to spoil myself, so here we are, back again. John Radican has not pitted under green. We might see some drivers pitting under green. That is the case. Maybe. We'll see. And I don't think they look like... I'm not sure if they're pitting. I can't tell if they're willing to pit or not. Oh, they're not pitting. None of the four are pitting. And here comes Ryan Acosta, moving up from the second spot. And now Ryan Acosta has just moved the lead with 10 to go. 10 laps to go here at Daytona Beach. A battle of the stripe, and that's... Ooh, John Radican still won that battle. And the caution just came out. That battle was very important. The caution had just come out. And no surprise. Oh, another driver smoking. And James Shelley is all spinning around in the first turn. Oh, and he took the plunge. He took a plunge. That was a low plunge. Here's what happened with James Shelley. As, wow, look at this. Gets clips Charles Sanford, could not stop his car, and lands in the ditch. And that's the first driver today to land on the turn 1 ditch, and probably the only driver. And he had a little trouble getting out, but he almost got out, but his car just stopped. And on board with Shelly as he tries to avoid that. And oh, trying to avoid that. Careful, careful, careful. Tries desperately to get back up on track to maintain his speed, but in the end it was just not enough, and he had to be sent to the pit road. Tough break for the Ford team. Wow. And we had a couple of them in the wall, and Ospina, he also smoked on the final turn. And it was an even bigger wreck than George Rourke. Here's Ospina, and boom, he hits the final turn wall, and then he's going to get an unwelcome visit from Steve Powell III, Jake Smith, and Hayden Klein. They hit him hard. Yikes. And that's a lot of reasons why there could have been a lot of reasons why the caution came out. That was one of them. Oh, we got some shocking developments here going on as 2 of the top 10 drivers have just retired. Chris Dollerton and one other driver, I don't know who, but we had a couple of shocking developments as the drivers that didn't pit under green are now pitting, including Ryan Acosta and John Raddick, and the top 2 drivers, and Rod Houston, or maybe even basically the top 5 from the start. There you see them pitting as you see some drivers are now retiring. We just saw 29 just retire, and that was Dylan Young, I think. Whoever comes out of pit road first, we'll see. It's either Acosta or Williams. It might even be Rod Houston again. Not this time. It's going to be Ryan Acosta out first. But guess what? The ones that stayed out, the leader now, it is the 31. It's the one in the 31 machine, and that is Gene Sanford. Yes, Gene Sanford, the driver with the damaged hood, is the leader. Is projected as the leader. And my oh my, is this going to be one heck of a finish, folks, if we get to a finish. That's if we get to there. Hopefully we'll get to there, but with all the cautions that's been coming out, it's going to be a miracle. Near impossible, but a miracle needed to do that. And Chris Dollerton, Aaron Williams, Dylan Young, Jake Smith, they've retired from this race. A lot of others retired, and Gene Sanford is not the leader. She had a pit, unfortunately. And now it's Tim Freilich as the leader. So we had a leader in every different caution flag lap. I mean, almost every caution lap here in this period, we've had a different leader. How unusual is that? There you see the others retired below. We'll name them later. You'll see them later again when we go through the finishing results after this race. Tim Freilich is your leader. Is he still the leader? Yes, he is. John McNamara is a lapped car, so he's not a factor at all, but he'll take the first spot. The first spot, he's going to be in front of the line. Believe it or not, he'll be in front of the leaders because there will be less than 5 to go when we hit the stripe. So basically we're going to end around this point. So there'll be 5 laps to go, and the next flag is definitely going to end the race. So every move is critical. Every move is critical. Will Bill Flickinger, Paul III, Avi Sachs, or even Joey Murphy catch up to Tim Freilich? Freilich's got a tough challenge ahead of him because he's got a lap car in front of him. Here we go, folks. 5 laps to go here at Daytona Beach. Who's going to come out on top at the beach? You're about to just wait and see. You're about to find out. Green flag is out again at Daytona Beach. And already Bill Flickinger is starting to make a move for the lead, using the advantage of John McNamara as a lapped car. Oh no! McNamara's ruining his 7's chances of a win here. Oh boy, 5 laps to go. Anybody's race, folks. Tim Freilich, can he hold on to get his first Pokemon Cup win and make his way into the All-Star race? Bill Flickinger already won at Texas. He's looking for a second win this season. Avi Sachs looks to get his second win of his career, his first this season. Here comes the first turn, the turn of faith, folks. And they made it out cleanly so far. Avi Sachs going to use it to an advantage and make the move to the lead. And the caution is out. So this is going to be a race to the line. This is for the win. Can Avi Sachs have enough distance for against Tim Freilich for the win? McNamara holding up Freilich in the draft, but Freilich still pulling off. Here they come towards turn 3. Oh no, I think they're pitting. They may consider pitting, and Freilich's trying to pass the 18. I'm not sure if they're going to pit now. Still a 3-wide battle, anybody's race. It's McNamara, Leah Walker's moved to the second spot. Oh boy, no one's pitting. Here comes Leah Walker. Can she make a move? No, she's not. Held up on the draft, slow bump drafting. 3-wide battle between Leah and Tim Freilich. Leah Walker makes the move to the front, to the stripe. It's Freilich or Walker. It's Tim Freilich gonna be winning this race. Tim Freilich just hold on Leah Walker. But the question is, will anybody pit? That's the question. Wow. Leah had a big run on that turn, but wasn't enough. Tim Freilich just hold on. Just hangs on for the lead. The question is, will it be for the win? Because we've seen drivers pitting under caution a lot today, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of our top 5 pitted again. Oh boy. Here we go, folks. Here was the caution flag, and it wasn't so lucky for these guys. James Shelley and the others, they got screwed up, and they screwed up on the first turn. Everyone spun on that turn. The 15 spun, the 6, 21, 83, 4, they all spun out. Yikes. Big pile up on turn 1, and that's no surprise that it brought out a caution. But what about that race to the line? Leah Walker just came off out of nowhere from the draft, trying to pass through Freilich. She had a turn. She had the lead at one point, but Freilich had the preferred line on the outside, and I'm not sure which the line is. I think that's not the line. If that was a line, Leah would have won it, but the line is somewhere in the middle. I cannot tell. Oh, that's the line. That was the line. And Freilich won out. You don't see the line, you barely see it, but there's the line. And Freilich is your leader. Can he get his first ever NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series win? Only if he can hold off pitting during the middle of the caution period will he be able to win this race. Because it's definite we're not going green. Here comes the point of pit, because around this turn there's pit stops. A lot of drivers slow, don't matter. We're going to concentrate, focus on the leader, and we'll see if anyone pits. And I think they've already passed pit stall. No, they're approaching the pit stall, and Freilich's not pitting yet. Neither is Leah Walker or any other top 10. They've already pitted, so I think Freilich might be safe. I think he might be safe for now. So, great job. But it's still a very long way down. And one driver's pitting. That's, I think, Luke Walker. I think. No, a couple of damaged cars are pitting. They're damaged cars, so they're not much of a factor at all. But what we have to focus on is if Tim Freilich can maintain his speed for a few more laps. And hang on. And we had a bit of a top 10 mix-up, so uh-oh. This might not sound good. 4 laps to go, the caution came out. It takes 5 caution laps, so it's definite we're not going green. Oh boy, pace cars down below. Freilich and everyone's up high. Let's see if they are going to go through pit stop. No, they're not. They're hanging on. I think it's safe to say that they might hang on for a little bit. Safe to say that Tim Frelick is going to win this race. Tim Frelick has just won here at Daytona Beach. Oh, wait a minute! Never mind. I thought the caution lights were out. I'm sorry. I thought the caution lights were out. Oh well. Great job but nevertheless, it was a fantastic race from start to finish. I mean, wait a minute! Did Tim Frelick just pit? Oh my goodness! Tim Frelick is slow off the pace! What? Oh, I really thought, honestly, Tim Frelick was going to win this race. I really thought that Frelick was going to win, and then he comes off slow on the draft. Oh no! Frelick was just a lap away from winning at Daytona Beach, and then he had problem, and then something broke in his car in the middle of the caution, and he's slow off the pace. Just a moment ago, we just saw him leading the white flag lap, and unfortunately, he's slow off the pace. Oh man, I really thought he was gonna win. I really did. I really thought he was gonna win. I really thought he was gonna win. Unfortunately, it just wasn't to be. Oh boy, Leah Walker, your leader, and even she didn't expect an outcome like this. She didn't even expect to win like that. I mean, well, Leah was battling, and there's Charles Sanford slow. Oh, he had a problem too. Oh, really? Honestly, I never thought that Leah Walker would be the leader. I honestly never thought. Oh man, Tim Frelick was just a lap away from winning Daytona Beach. I swear, he was on the lap, and I thought he was not going to have a problem, and he did have a problem in his car. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. This is almost like Nevada's IndyCar race, where Ben Cannon was one turn away from winning the race, and then a tire problem prevented him from winning and forced him down pit road. Ryan Lee from Williams Carroll Racing won that race. Aaron Williams' teams won that race. Oh my goodness! Very sad, very, very sad. Was just a lap away from his first career NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series victory, and then Frelick, something blew up. And Leah Walker isn't pitting, so Leah will keep the lead, and I just feel really bad for the 56. Really bad. Really, really bad. I mean, just awful. Wow. Even Leah didn't expect to win like this. She probably wouldn't want to win like this, but a win is a win, and, well, yeah. We'll see if she does smoke in the middle of the turn. I did not expect Frelick to blow up like that. I mean, wow. And Leah Walker slow off the pace. She might surrender the win. Oh, no, she's not. She's not going to surrender the win. Oh, no, she is surrendering the win. And one turn away, she just lets the other person win off the final turn. Abby Sachs wins here at Daytona Beach. And Leah Walker realized she didn't want to win this way, and so she gave up the win and gave it to Abby Sachs. A very generous gesture, to say the least. She knew she didn't want to win this way. She felt bad for Tim Frelick. She didn't want to win. She gave up the win. She gave it up to Abby Sachs winning this race. She knew she did not want to win this way. Yeah, so Leah Walker does make it to 4th place. She does move down the line to 4th. At least it's a top 5. She didn't want to win. That was a nice gesture. That was a very friendly gesture for the 3 machine and for the team. That was very friendly. To give someone else a victory when they needed it most. And she wanted to do the same with Tim Frelick, but unfortunately Frelick, as you know, didn't make it out to the didn't make it to the checkered, didn't make it, and finished 19th, you see. And Leah realized she didn't want to win this way. It was not the way she wanted it to win, so she decided to give the win to someone else, and that person was Abby Sachs. So Well, classy gesture for her, a nice, friendly gesture. She sacrificed a win for someone else to win, and that's a really friendly gesture. Wow. Daytona Beach has been one of the most shocking, one of the most interesting, one of the most surprising races I've ever done. I cannot believe so much has happened at Daytona Beach. I mean, just amazing race throughout. And thank you for staying around until the end. Thank you so much. It's been an up and down race. Avi Sachs wins this race. He is credited as the winner. He crossed the line first. They will give the win over to the 22 machine. Bill Flickinger is second. Trevor Harvey comes third. Leia finishes fourth. Marshall Race fifth. John Raddick in sixth. Mason Wood seventh. Mary Cole eighth. Luke Walker ninth. And Nicole Williams in 10th. And here you see the rest of the field as these drivers are slowing on the draft. I do apologize for the bit of the slowness, but I don't know what's going on at that point. Not sure, honestly. They're probably slowing down for pits, so I guess it's safe to say. Oh boy, has this been an interesting race. Tim Freilich was the leader on the white flag lap. Then he blows up in the middle. Something went wrong with his car, and he lost the lead to Leia Walker. And then Leia felt bad for Freilich, and so on the final turn, she gave up the lead. She slowed down intentionally, lost a couple positions to fourth, and gave the win to Avi Sachs. A very friendly gesture for her. She sacrificed a win so that someone else could win, because she felt that she didn't want to win this way. So that's a classy gesture for her, and I thank her for that. And I thank for everyone competing, and tough break for Freilich, but better luck next race. Anyway, congratulations to Avi Sachs on the win. What an up and down race it has been, folks, and I'm glad this is over. So we'll see you all later at Pigs Creek.